Have you ever looked up and wondered what's flying high above? For centuries, that question was simple. Birds, planes, maybe a weather balloon. But in the 21st century, there's a new presence in our skies, one that has fundamentally changed the face of modern conflict, the military drone. Today, we're diving deep into the history of drone warfare, from its humble beginnings to its profound impact on our world. Believe it or not, the story of military drones doesn't start with sleek, futuristic aircraft. It starts over 170 years ago. Picture this. It's 1849, and the city of Venice is under siege by Austrian forces. The Austrians had a clever, if slightly terrifying idea. They launched hundreds of unmanned balloons, each carrying a bomb, hoping the wind would carry them over the city walls. While most missed their target, the concept of an unmanned aerial weapon was born. It was a bold, if clumsy, first step. Fast forward to World War I. The technology had evolved. The British developed the aerial target, a pilotless plane controlled by radio, designed to be used as a target for anti-aircraft gunners. The Americans had their own version, the Kettering Bug, essentially a self-flying bomb. It was a primitive cruise missile designed to fly a preset distance and then plummet to the ground. These early experiments were groundbreaking, but weren't widely used in combat. They were more like proofs of concept, hinting at a future where battles could be fought from a distance. The Cold War, however, was the real incubator for drone technology. With the constant threat of nuclear war and the need for high-stakes reconnaissance, both the United States and the Soviet Union poured resources into developing unmanned aerial vehicles, or UAVs. The goal was to spy on the enemy without risking a pilot's life. Remember the U-2 spy plane incident in 1960, where pilot Francis Gary Powers was shot down over the Soviet Union. That event highlighted the incredible risks of manned reconnaissance. Drones offered a solution. One of the earliest stars of this era was the Ryan Model 147, nicknamed the Lightning Bug. These were high-altitude reconnaissance drones used extensively by the U.S. during the Vietnam War. They flew thousands of missions over heavily defended areas, capturing crucial intelligence photos. They were a game-changer, proving that unmanned aircraft could perform dangerous missions effectively and safely for the pilot, at least. But these were still just eyes in the sky. The idea of arming them, turning them from spies into hunters, was still on the horizon. That all changed at the turn of the millennium. The development of the Predator drone in the 1990s was a pivotal moment. Initially designed for surveillance, its potential as a weapon platform became clear. The engineers had a revolutionary idea. Why not strap a missile onto it? In the early 2000s, engineers successfully fitted a Predator with Hellfire missiles. This created the MQ-1 Predator, the world's first true hunter-killer drone. For the first time, a single operator sitting in a control station thousands of miles away could not only find a target, but also eliminate it in real time. This capability was tested and proven in the years following the September 11th attacks. The use of armed drones exploded during the wars in Afghanistan and Iraq. The Predator and its more powerful successor, the Reaper, became symbols of a new kind of warfare. They offered what military commanders called persistent surveillance. A drone could loiter over a target area for hours, even days, waiting for the perfect moment to strike. This was a level of patience and precision that manned aircraft simply couldn't match. The strategic advantages were undeniable. Strikes could be conducted in remote, hostile territories with minimal risk to U.S. forces. High-value targets could be eliminated with surgical precision, or so the theory went. From a military perspective, it was a revolution. Warfare was no longer just about boots on the ground. It was also about joysticks in a control room in Nevada. But this revolution came with a heavy price and a host of complex ethical questions. One of the most significant impacts of drone warfare is the debate over civilian casualties. While drones are often praised for their precision, mistakes happen. Misidentification, faulty intelligence, or technical glitches have led to tragic strikes on innocent people, including at weddings, funerals, and in homes. These incidents have fueled anti-American sentiment and raised serious questions about the legality and morality of remote warfare. Think about it. Who is responsible when a drone strike goes wrong? The operator who pressed the button? The intelligence analyst who identified the target? The commander who approved the strike? Or the politician who set the policy? Drone warfare blurs the lines of accountability. This leads to another profound impact: the psychological toll on the drone operators themselves. We often imagine them as video game players, detached from the reality of their actions. But the truth is far more complicated. These operators watch their targets, sometimes for days on end. They see them live their lives, interact with their families, and then they are ordered to end those lives. Many operators have reported high levels of stress, burnout, and post-traumatic stress disorder, similar to soldiers on the physical battlefield. The battlefield has come home, but it's a digital one, and the scars it leaves are invisible. Furthermore, the proliferation of drone technology is changing the global balance of power. What was once the exclusive domain of superpowers is now accessible to dozens of countries and even non-state actors. We've seen drones used effectively by countries like Turkey, Iran, and China. We've also seen commercial drones modified by insurgent groups to drop small explosives. The battlefield is becoming democratized in a terrifying way. The recent conflict in Ukraine has been a stark demonstration of this new reality. Both sides are using a vast array of drones, from sophisticated military models to cheap, off-the-shelf quadcopters. They're used for reconnaissance, for directing artillery fire, and as kamikaze weapons. The skies are a constant, buzzing war zone. This conflict is often called the first true drone war, offering a glimpse into the future of conflict, where swarms of autonomous machines could fight battles. So, where do we go from here? The technology is advancing at a breathtaking pace. We're moving towards drones that are faster, stealthier, and more autonomous. The next frontier is artificial intelligence. Future drones may be able to identify and engage targets without any human intervention, raising the terrifying prospect of killer robots or lethal autonomous weapon systems. This brings us to a critical crossroads. The development of drone warfare, from those clumsy Austrian balloons to the AI-powered machines of tomorrow, forces us to confront fundamental questions. What are the rules of engagement for a robot? How do we ensure accountability in an age of autonomous warfare? And most importantly, how do we preserve our humanity when the act of killing is reduced to a click of a button thousands of miles away? The story of the drone is the story of our time, a tale of incredible technological innovation, complex moral dilemmas, and the ever-changing nature of human conflict. It's a story that is still being written in labs, in government buildings, and in the skies above us. Understanding its history is crucial, because its future will shape our world in ways we are only just beginning to imagine.